So we got 3 new servants and 2 buffs and a bunch of CEs that actually look pretty good. Like one of the CEs, if you don't have like a lady, if you don't mind the lack of attack because it's a split stat CE, like that might be one of the better farming CEs in the game. I don't usually talk about CEs in videos. It's not anymore. We are talking about Huyan show. I butchered that name. Koyanskaya is probably the easier pronunciation. She is not Musashi. I'm glad I did not buy into the copium. I can see why people said it. This is definitely not Musashi. Base attack, lower than average by about 500. HP, not that much higher. She's an assassin. Shouldn't really be expecting anything different than that. Sargen, no, typical assassin numbers. They always get buffed in the passives. MP charge being this low, I understand, because she's going to be getting a lot of crits. If you use OG Skadi, her gains are going to be really, really good on the quick cards. But from my view of her kit, she is using her quick cards to get crits on the busters, not really for using quick card damage. So, definitely could still use OG Skadi, but Ruler Skadi is where most of her gameplay is going to come from. 4 hits on quick, 4 on arts, 3 on buster, 5 hit extra. Again, because of the hit counts and you're expected to be getting a crit on the arts card, they had to nerf this gain stat, which does come into play for MP, but it's not the worst thing. It's not the worst thing. This upstairs looks pretty good, all things considered. First skill. If I had a choice to redo a servant, I'd fix Ashvatman, because it's not anything really wrong with it. The way he's built, if they buff those skills, he'll get individual buffs that will probably deal with those card types. Well, this is going to be pretty... This is going to be a very hard skill for them to buff in the future. Like a cap, I honestly would prefer it if Ashvatman had a skill like this, because then he would have a completely new skill. But no, this is good straight out the gate. So it's a classic 30-30 for card busts for 3 turns, and then if you use a quick card, which I believe includes the MP, you buff your crit Sargen, and if you use a buster card, you get more crit damage. Both of these activate first, which is very nice for buster cards and QABs in general. Or not QABs, just like having a quick MP leading, it really does help buster cards because they by default get 20% more crit chance. So if you actually decide to, if Koyanskaya has to solo, you can just be really clicking those buster cards. Buster cards do have decent hits. They're not the best, but she is an assassin with multiple hits on her buster cards with her MP and just normal quick cards buffing that star gen rate. So I don't think getting crits on your buster cards is going to be a problem with the servant. Like over most assassins, like assassins are really good at jetting stars. This one is jetting stars specifically to make the buster cards slap really hard. And how this skill works, you're almost always gonna have some kind of crit star gen buff or crit damage, even when the skill is completely off. Your last turn, you probably clicked a quick or buster card, and you have something to last you until the skill comes off cooldown. So the skill is probably never gonna get buffed. Second skill, and I saw this skill, I'm like, wait, did they just take Dante's skill or like parts of Dante's kit and just like slap it on the servant? Yes, that is exactly what they did. Ignore invincibility 3 turns, The attack buff isn't as high, but it's 3 turns instead 3 turns 30% instead of 1 turn 50, like a normal mana burst. And then star weight for 1 turn, 500%. Also on a 6 turn cooldown. This skill works very, very well. It helps with farming here. It helps with getting overkill. It helps in a boss fight, getting crits for either the quick or buster card. Just depends. And then this is always good to have. I know I said I don't talk about CEs, but I don't even know if this is the right imaging. But this effect ignores defense buster performance and crit damage. Holy crap! You have that on an assassin. That is like in their kit makes it so it's easier to crit and you crit harder. And then you slap that on a CE to ignore pierce defense. So any kind of stally bosses, especially rider stally bosses, because you do have Rhinus. She just like chunks through everything. Oh my god, yeah, this character literally like eats Rhinus for breakfast. And third skill, 2 hits of evasion, 3 turns. This is melt skill. Buff removal resistance for 3 turns. Also, they took it from Dante's and just like buffed it up. Oh my god, Dante's needs a buff. I don't know why they haven't. That man needs a buff to his skills. And then 30% battery, also on a 6 turn cooldown. So skills looking very good. Very, very good. Also, rip Okita. Not Okitan. OG Okitan. Because this kit is just like Okitans, but better. Yeah, like, isn't... this character just shits on... or just, like... makes Okitan's and Dante's kit just look both outdated, even with all their buffs. This passives, star gen, quick performance, and star weight to buster cards. Again, why I say like her quick cards are to make her buster cards bite harder. 10 skills, you want to go mana loading and extra attack as is tradition for all, not all, but most quick servants. You don't see too many of them with 50% batteries. Most of them are 30%. And then the MP, 8 hits like Dante's. I'm gonna keep bringing it up. A damage mod on top of that, and a chance to stun enemies. Now, I don't see this happening a whole lot, but it's there. This is like, honestly, the MP might, out of everything in the kit, would be the easiest to buff. Because what are you gonna do for this? This skill's great. What are you gonna do for this? This skill's great too. Like, what else does she need? MP damage? Like, are you literally gonna give her every single buff type? And add in, like, just to add to it, oh, like, if you have the first skill up, you always have a mana burst. 20% is the base. Any kind of OC just brings it even higher. It sucks that this is, yeah, like, this is probably the thing that hurts her the most, that this is in 3 turns. I would rather have this MP buffed and just like they don't touch the stun, but they buff just the 3 turns, and then she's gonna be really nutty if they ever decide to do that. Bond CE is bustering quick performance up 8% and crit damage. So this Bond CE makes a whole lot of sense. What, should you use this on her? Probably not. Not unless she's being like sub DPS. But it's there. Again, if they ever change the cost for Bond CEs, this is gonna be good to just have for her to just come in. Kinda esports like, but not really. Yeah, like I can't say many bad things about the servant. She's really good. It's just timing for this servant. Like, in between Lost Belt, Road to 7, Lost Belt 6, and the summer. Like this is it's not a dry period, but it's hard to summon when we know what's coming. And then right after Lost Road to 7, we have 7 coming out. So if you have Ruler Skadi, this is going to be a very good pickup. I would not summon unless you had that, unless you had Ruler Skadi or OG Skadi, just one of them. And then I would say yeah, summon 4. But if you don't have either, hard to sell. All right. I don't usually. I gotta start doing this, but if you did enjoy, please like and sub. Would mean a lot to me. I wanna really hit YouTube harder. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.